Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Miami Total Football. We're here on Sunday evening, a few hours after Inter Miami picked up another road point. They grabbed a road point with a 0-0 draw against Nashville SC at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. And for Inter Miami, it was a good result, judging on the entire context of what this game was for them. Now, obviously, it's a road match, and they were very short-handed. As I had reported on SBIsoccer.com during the week, Gonzalo and Federico Higuain would miss this match as they traveled back home to be with their family after the recent passing of their mother. And Inter Miami gave them a nod and gave the whole Higuain family a nice touching tribute before kickoff with a banner, which was a nice gesture from the entire squad, who has their thoughts and prayers with the Higuains currently. But those two players weren't the only ones missing for Inter Miami in this one. While Rodolfo Pizarro did make it back from Mexico while he was dealing with his green card situation, he was back, but Julian Carranza still wasn't available. Robbie Robinson didn't start the match because of the hamstring injury he had suffered a week ago. We'll touch on him in a little bit. And Nicolas Figal also picked up a hamstring strain, or he tweaked his hamstring during pregame warm-ups here on Sunday. So he was also a late scratch, and Kelvin Leardom had to step in for him at the right back spot. But again, overall, Inter Miami played a very solid game. Now, they created two of their most dangerous chances in the opening 10-15 minutes of the match. First, Lewis Morgan got on the end of a great cross from Jay Chapman and almost put one into the back of the net. And then the flavors were returned. Lewis Morgan fed Jay Chapman, but a good save from Joe Willis kept the match even. Now, Nashville SC grew into the game after the first 15-20 minutes, and Inter Miami lost some of that attacking edge that they had. But overall, the match was a pretty cagey affair. But Phil Neville was happy with what he saw overall.
In a strange way, it was probably the performance I enjoyed the most out of the three we've had so far, because we had to show qualities that maybe people outside the club didn't think that this team or this squad had, in terms of fighting, togetherness, spirit. And having to dig deep at moments when we were, you think about the young boys that we had on the pitch at the end, we had to dig deep. And, so from a manager's point of view, I'm really pleased with the clean sheet. I'm pleased with the attempt that we had to try and play football and to try cause problems for Nashville against an outstanding side.
Now, if we want to talk about one of the big positives from this one, it was the defense. The defense played very well for much of the match. I thought the new center back tandem of Ryan Shawcross and Leandro Gonzalez Pires, they're in that middle. I thought they both played very well, with Ryan Shawcross, for me, being the man of the match. I thought he had a lot of interventions, a lot of clearances, and didn't take one wrong step in this one. That was just my initial impressions from watching it on the initial viewing. I will watch it again, as I do every single match, to get a better assessment of him and all the players. But again, I thought Ryan Shawcross was hands down the man of the match for Inter Miami, with Leandro Gonzalez Pires shortly there right behind him. And Shawcross talked about his performance and his ability to play 90 minutes again after the match, which was something he had not been able to do for quite some time.
It's been a lot of hard work from the medical team to really get me in a good position to play games. Obviously, I've had a bit of time to settle in. It's been over 5 to 6 weeks, so they worked really hard. I've worked really hard with the fitness guys. It's given me that opportunity to go out and play 90 minutes, which I've not been able to do in the recent past. So I'm really pleased with that.
Now, one player who did not start this game, as we mentioned before, was Robbie Robinson. Now, he came into the game in the second half for an eventful cameo that included a very controversial play that we'll talk about in a little bit. But Robbie Robinson's cameo was short-lived because he had to come out of the game with another hamstring issue. Now, he tweaked his hamstring, making a very similar run down the left flank as he did a week ago against the Philadelphia Union, and he had to be subbed out of the match, and he was replaced by Josh Penn. Now, obviously that leads to questions of why did he play if maybe he wasn't at 100% fitness or 100% health. And Phil Neville explained his reasons after the game.
We didn't push him. We left him to train with the team the last three days. We did some modifications. we spoke to him every day. The physios did great work with him. The fitness coaches did great work with him. We brought him on because he wanted to. We brought him to Nashville because we wanted him to travel, and then the boy wanted to play. And we had all the evidence to suggest that he was fully fit.
Now, while I understand Neville saying Robinson checked off the physical exams that they gave him, the physical tests that they gave him, and Robinson said he wanted to play, he probably shouldn't have played in this one. He's not 100%. He's not 110%. He might have passed some exams, some tests, but the fact that Phil Neville even said that they had to give him some modifications in training, that shows he's not 110%. Not even 100% probably. So that to me is something that is on Phil Neville in this one. Now, I understand the context of the game and the scenario with so many players out probably coming into play there. Now, obviously, the Higuain brothers were out. Carranza was out. If they were available, does he take Robinson and put him into the game? Does he even have him travel? It's all conjecture. It's all speculation. I would say no. I would say that they maybe don't risk him or risk that he tweaks the injury like he did. Of course, you could say, well, Robbie Robinson said he wanted to play. Yes, but players normally and typically say they want to play even when they're dealing with slight knocks and tweaks and injuries. And Phil Neville probably knows that as good as anyone because he used to be a player himself and he's probably played through niggling injuries or had teammates that have done so. And that's why the coaching staff has to make those decisions and manage and make sure that their players don't push themselves in moments or in situations when they shouldn't, like it seems was the case in this one, because Robinson, again, it's another hamstring strain. Phil Neville said he would be okay, but we don't know yet how long Robinson will be out, if it's just, again, another minor thing, or if it might be something that takes a few weeks. So we'll see what happens there, but Phil Neville will probably have to learn from this one, though he said that it's Robinson who needs to learn about the game on a professional level and learning about his body and responding to that.
But I think with young players, sometimes they don't know their own bodies. They don't know what pain is, or they don't know what tightness is. You know, I think that comes with experience. You think about the durability and that Blaise Matuidi has developed over the last 10, 15 years. He knows his own body. Robbie doesn't. So he's still developing that. He's a very, very young 22-year-old who's still learning about professional football and behaviours of professional football and elite performance and about how to prepare your body. And we're working every single day with him. And he's disappointed tonight, obviously. You know, but it's we ticked every box. We did the due diligence, and you know, it was just one of those things.
Now let's talk about that play with Robbie Robinson there in the second half before he went out of the game. In the 70th minute, he took a ball from Walker Zimmerman, a missed touch from Walker Zimmerman, and looked like he would be clear on goal. Now, Walker Zimmerman kind of obstructs him from breaking free, kind of holds him a little bit, tugs him a little bit. Robbie Robinson goes down, and it looked like it would be a red card. Because you saw the referee reach for the back pocket initially, but then I don't know if he looked towards the sidelines. I don't know if he changed his mind immediately, but he pulled out a yellow for Walker Zimmerman. Now the play went to video review. He went over to the side camera and took a look at the play, but still did not rule it denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. For me, initially I thought it was a straight red, and replays did not change my mind on that. I thought it was a red card. I thought it was denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. I think, judging from what I view and what I saw, I don't think Dave Rodney's going to catch Robbie Robinson. Robbie Robinson could take a bad touch, sure. He could do this, he could do that. But I think Robbie Robinson's clear on goal if Walker Zimmerman doesn't pull him down. So for me, it should have been a red card, and Inter Miami should have finished the match up a man. But that wasn't the case. And actually, Phil Neville agreed with the referee's decision.
Do you know what I said to the fourth official maybe 5 minutes after? And I said, look, tell the referee, great decision. I think he made the right decision. And I know it was tight. I think Romney was just coming round. It was so tight. You see him go over to the screen and have a look. And ultimately, I think if it was us and it was Leandro covering round and Ryan, and so, we'd probably want that same decision in terms of sort of like giving the benefit of the doubt to the defender. The defender was covering round. Obviously, at the time, I wanted him sent off. That goes without saying, but I thought the referee got that decision spot on.
Now, one more notable thing from this one was Edison Ascona made his MLS and Inter Miami debut. And that's newsworthy because he became the first Inter Miami Academy player, homegrown product, to play for the first team and make his debut for the first team. And we saw that with a late cameo in the second half. Saw some moments where he got on the ball and tried to make things happen, but overall, it was a pretty quiet debut for him, but still a promising sign for him and for Inter Miami that they have their first young homegrown player playing for the first team.
I think we said it when we first came. I think in the first press conference, David spoke about how important that is for Inter Miami Football Club. Producing their own players that we've produced, players that we've coached, and I thought that was a big moment.
But that about does it for now. What did you think of Inter Miami's 0-0 draw against Nashville SC? Do you agree that it's a good result, all things considered, given the amount of absences that there were and all the things that came into before this game? Or do you still feel like maybe they should have taken this one, especially given that they had the majority of the best chances in the game? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what you thought of the Robbie Robinson play, the one that could have led to Inter Miami being up a man but didn't. Do you agree with me that you thought it was denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity, or do you think yellow card was a just call? Also, what did you think of Phil Neville using Robbie Robinson in this one? Do you think he should have held off and maybe not played a player that was not training in full for all of the past week, for the entirety of the past week? Or do you think it's just a bit of bad luck for Robinson that he picked up the injury yet again? Again, let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Franco Panizo of Miami Total Football. We'll be back again this week to preview the upcoming match against Atlanta United back at Drive Pink Stadium in South Florida. So make sure you stay locked in here to Miami Total Football. We'll see you guys on the next one.